At last, it seems we're at least being threatened with consolidation in the highly competitive, not very profitable French wireless market, with Bouygues making a bid for Vivendi's SFR. First off, Nikki, do you think it's actually going to happen?
I think something's going to happen, and at long last, it's a market that's really been dreadful, the worst of all the big European markets. Whether Bouygues acquires SFR, which Vivendi was looking to float as an IPO on the stock market, or whether a rival company, the only really significant French cable company, Câble, which has made a very similar rival offer, gets it, I think it's pretty much up for grabs.
Before we get, I want to talk about Câble, but first, do the regulators let it happen?
That's a good question. We're putting together the number 2 player, SFR, with Bouygues, the number 3, in what is essentially a 4-player market in France. That's caused big problems elsewhere in the EU. Now, whether EU regulators get to look at this one is an interesting question because of the high share of revenues that actually come from France in this case.
Right.
So it might fail the test that is required to get it to Brussels. But even so, I think the French Competition Authority will be pretty tough on it.
Okay, and now Câble is a cable company, and broadly speaking, for the appearance of the resulting company or the performance of the resulting company, does it matter whether you have cable plus wireless or wireless plus wireless?
Well, this is more than just wireless, it's wireless and fixed.
Right.
But I think it will be easier from an antitrust point of view, obviously, to put a cable company together with a telco.
Will there be difference in savings, I guess, is the core question.
In savings, no, they all come up with precisely the same incredibly large figure of 10 to 12 billion.
What an odd
net present
coincidence.
value. Well, isn't it? And I think most people will look at those numbers with some scepticism. I mean, the savings probably will be in the billions in terms of net present value by the time you've sort of saved on capex and on operating costs. But I think getting into sort of 10 billion plus is a bit chunky.
Yeah, a bit aggressive on a net present value. So the Lex view remains, we hope this market consolidates for the sake of investors. It makes sense. And consumers, will they suffer?
Well, higher prices, if that's what comes through, will, yes, of course, not benefit consumers.
But they might get a better network.
But indeed, they may get more investment.
Thanks very much, Nikki.